TV update time. It's just stuff keeps popping off, and I'm not going to ignore it. Along with the slew of Freudian slips from these two crackhead girls that live just down the way. One of them popped off about Dorothy being far from home. It was in The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy, and the whole Spider-Man Far From Home, but they both claim to not have cell phones and never read my Facebook. This is wild. There's something really, really funky going on. Big, huge distraction hoopla happening that way, which that way would be towards the freeway coming into Lompoc. On the other side of that would be houses, and in front of that, Home Depot. But I think the real show, something fucked up, kind of came up this hill, dodged to the left, and then down into the riverbed. Because they were acting a little too squirrely yesterday. And then, of course, I get out of my tent and start walking towards there, and just to do it, I paused and listened for a second. One of them spouted off about, he's outside, like right now, her exact words. And then some weird little wormy knucklehead named, I don't want to say Ken or Keith or something, not Keith, but I don't know, it's just some weird, older, homeless, wormy, crackhead looking guy. Looks all pathetic and shit, just like a bunch of other ones do. Same size, same shape, sort of thing. And he took off running and grabbed a weed whacker and started weed whacking in the middle of nowhere, probably just to make noise. And all that I'm spilling on camera because this freaking crackhead girl brought this freshly bright blue painted bike over to my tent about an hour ago and plopped it behind my tent. And I was like, yeah, no, that ain't staying there. And she walked away for a few seconds, came and got it, and then brought it back down to where she's at, so. Gross. There's eyes all around me. You can tell. I've been arguing that, though. Something I put on camera yesterday, but I guess the video got slightly deleted. I mean, if you were going to create some giant circus hoopla crime spree show thing, I mean, chances are you're gonna keep your eyes on the most dangerous one, and that's the tiger. Grr. You got tiger hair right now, that's for sure. But I'm not a part of their crew. I'm not trying to be a part of their little security team. It seems like they've got two different things going on at once. There's a bunch of rich, nasty girls from out of town using the situation to get off their little fantasies. That is being used as cover for the real thing. They're dragging girls down into a hole and they're being mutilated to death or some kind of mental and spiritual and moral lobotomization. Then those girls that do end up crawling out of that riverbed seem to turn around and start dragging other girls down into it with giant smiles on their faces. So, I don't know. It's a stupid, stupid, stupid situation. Stepford Wives. That dumb movie got brought up. But of course, the more extravagant I lay the layers of the story on, the less interested people I need interested will be. I don't care if you think I'm ratting at this point. There's no fucking way I'm going along with this stupid debauchery. Something, again, I put on camera yesterday, but it's like they keep saying that I don't see it. And something that I wanted to try to stress today, or yesterday, and forever since this started, is that, yeah, no, I do see it. In fact, I see it, I verbalize it, I try to explain to you that it's moronic and stupid, and please stop, because it's not that I don't see it, it's just we see it from different perspectives. You people think you're doing some great work, some biblical revelation. And I can almost kind of see it. It's really lame. That scene from the movie Wanted, where Angelina Jolie ties down the main character and beats him until he finally gives out this whimpery, "I don't know who I am." Yeah, that doesn't work in the real world, sweetie. I'm sorry to tell you that. That's Hollywood. That's make believe. The problem with being beat up and butchered and tortured like that constantly, which is why I warned you against it, is because that euphoric feeling that you get afterwards or during or whenever isn't enlightenment. It's your brain going crazy and shutting down certain neurons while amplifying others and pumping in certain chemicals to help you cope with what's going on. That's what's happening. And the more you do it, the less intelligent you are, the dumber you get. I mean, it's a coping mechanism, but you don't understand that. So you keep doing your thing, walling around in the mud and the shit and the trash and the muck, looking, I don't want to say up to me or over at me, but from my point of view, looking at you, yeah, that's what I've been saying. You're grinning at me from ear to ear with bugs still twitching between your teeth and shit and trash and swine squealing. Fuck that. Try to remember. You're the one who started chasing me down, sweetie. Obviously, I did something to get your interest. Trying to hand that something to somebody else is not going to work. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit how good of a basketball player anyone ever is. They will never be a Michael Jordan. I don't give a shit if they make more shots. I don't give a shit if they don't miss as much or they don't go out of bounds as much or whatever their stats are. Whatever the fucking case is, they're still trying to be or beat Michael Jordan. He's the status sort of thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're done. You're over. Quit. Stop. Especially with what you're trying to do it with. A fucking group of swine and tweaking goblets and trolls who do nothing but stab you in the back and lie to you for $5 so they can go and get a little bag of meth. And this has been going on for 4 years now. Meanwhile, countless real victims put through a fucking meat grinder in the worst ways possible in front of a giant town of, again, supposed live, laugh, love intellectuals. And they laugh, for sure, but love and intellect, no. No. From what I'm seeing. Bummer. I just had a really good thought I was going to share and lost it. I'm glad I took my snakes with me yesterday. Something tells me they're trying to use my stuffs or my camp. Maybe they bring the victim here and wake them up here, or take their blindfold off here, so they think it was me the whole time. It's another reason why I'm doing these videos and non-stop documentation. I think that's what they did with the first one. Oh girl. But she's gotta be smarter than that. If she survived it, I'm still convinced the real one that came looking for me is 400 yards of rat shit. I don't mean to say it that way, but until this is through, I'm in war mode. I just gotta be uber careful. It's a sort of strike the shepherd and the flock scatter sort of thing. So I'm not trying to step on one bug and go to jail or prison when there's a way to get everybody all at once, balconies included. I'm tired of this shit. It's blatant disregard of logic denial. It's asinine, like I'm just gonna go away. Fuck that. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm stuck on probation. I'm on the side of a mountain, staring at a giant town, broke ass, with nothing but talent and drive and ambition and IQ. What the fuck else am I gonna do? Fuck with my world, it's time to go ahead and start whipping it up. So I don't want to just blow your house down. No, I want the foundation, I want the cornerstone, I want the whole fucking thing. I want people walking by to look over and go, huh, somebody used to live there? Fuck with me. But yes, you're right, you got me at a bit of a disadvantage right now, since all I've got are couple of pairs of boots, and a really interesting stick. That was a really good thought I just had, and I wonder why it left me. It's something that I shared yesterday. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to park anymore, but I'm so tired of mulling around at the same time. It's just everywhere I end up like this. Wherever I sit and try to sprout a little bit, it's just gremlins. Gremlins, gremlins, gremlins. Snickering, snickering, snickering from 300 yards away. Thank you, crackhead girl, for that 40 and slip. That was amazing. Another weird thing these girls down the way do is that they act polite as fucking pancakes most of the time. But then situations like yesterday are kicking off, and I'm getting weird itch to beat people to death. I go over there, and their attitudes are completely different. They're kind of rude, trying to shrug me off like I'm just some submissive or something. And I can see it. These dopey dipshits dressed up like me, acting all pathetic and can't handle themselves. Meanwhile, these celebrities are looking for one motherfucker who's considered to be the albino tiger. Half something else. And I don't know, it's like they're blind to it. I see this derision, excuse me, I've said that before, but I'm not going to get into the heavier stuff right now. Anyway, it's Saturday or Sunday? Sunday, July 14th, 9:59. I am, yes, actually, on this side of my mountain. Again, I just don't know if I'm going to be staying here because A, you girls can't seem to get to me no matter what you do. Most of you know you're going to be tackled by orcs and ogres before you get here, and it's almost like that's what you're signing off on. That's the ride. But then you turn around and try to make it seem like it's my fault, because obviously you're not going to try to choke down that blame, even though you'll choke down everything else in Santa Barbara County. Ugh. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck you girls think. Like, I really don't mean to say it this way, but try to see it from my point of view, alright? I kind of did, say I kind of considered Audrey Hepburn to be something like a bit of a prize in life. I don't understand the intellect or logic or process of thought where she goes, okay, let me just go through a meat grinder of non-stop torment and torture and rape at the hands of literally anything, as long as they don't rat, even though a lot of the cops are in on it too. And even if you did drag your ass across the finish line and put your hands on me, like, thanks, I get what's left. Thanks for that. First of all, no, I'm not sleeping with anybody. I've been kind of celibate-ish since film school. I don't know what weird, stupid videos they've got out there. There's probably tons by now. Imitators. I don't know what it is about this face, but girls love to hate it. They flirt and flirt and flirt and flirt, and right up until that moment, and then, like, it's almost like they're looking for a reason to hate me. And they'll buy anything, even if they know it's a blatant lie. Like that whole stupid teacup ceremony when you're a kid. It's like you're sipping on empty plastic teacups, pretending you're actually having a tea party. That's what these celebrities are doing with this situation. Holding me at a distance while turning around and trying to cookie cut paint some bullshit story. I just don't see how they're doing it, man. Doing this whole Rorschach's journal thing. I don't know. Since I've got the video time, apparently. Yes. Oop, not that one. My spells. I'm the one writing them. Me, nobody else. These, from this point on, actually, all these first ones, from here to this one. So from here to here, all go on one track, actually. The fast lane track. Fast lane, suspenseful rap beat. It's like 4:04. 4 minutes, 4 seconds. Starts off with a soft piano. Play that in the background while you're reading these, and they'll definitely make a whole lot more sense. But again, from here to here is fast lane. So all these in between. You get it. But when we get to here, you'd want to switch this one over to epic war violins, hip hop beat, or something like that.